Notion dropped a few updates that I think are pretty interesting, and you probably will too because you clicked on the video and you saw the thumbnail and the whole thing, and I'm rambling, and let's talk about the thing. So one of the first cool updates that Notion made that you may not know about is if you have a specific column that you want to wrap the contents of, you can click on that column and press wrap column. Now prior to this, you were not able to do that, so essentially you would have to have it look like this in order for anything to be fully seen. Now it's not like most people would do what I just did. That's an example of how you can utilize wrapping to make any column layout a little bit more fitting to you, because there are some pieces of text that you would prefer to have wrapped rather than having to make it more wide. Now, something interesting that can be done with blocks now is if you take any block here, you can actually copy the link to a block, and then if for whatever reason you wanted to say a few things and then paste that, you can actually do a mention of blocks now. So this, unlike other situations, you could mention pages, you could not mention blocks before, but now when I click on this, it showcases where it's at. So I could actually take different pieces like this. I could go back and copy the link to block and then paste it just like this. And then I would still be mentioning the specific block, because when I click on that, what would happen is it would be sending me right back to the previous page. So I would be able to have a little bit more interconnectivity between different blocks by just copying the link to it and pasting it in there. Also, another update that was really good with columns is that if you double click on a column header, you are able to have it resized to the longest width column there. This is similar to what you can do in Excel, and it actually comes really natural to people like me who work most of their days in Excel in their day job. So if I double click here, it opens it up all the way and automatically resizes. And then something that often happens when one is typing in something like this is they'll do something like for a work week. Oftentimes people press enter and then they didn't really want to make a new row, but what you can do is press escape and it'll actually get rid of the new row that you just did not want to make in the first place. Now, another interesting thing that has come up is the fact that if you want to have a file link directly with a few different applications, you actually can. So if I take this Canva Rise Productive logo and then share it from my OneDrive, and then I can take this anyone with link, apply, then I can copy the link and I paste it in here. Wow, you actually have like a direct integration almost with OneDrive, which is not nearly as close as what it used to be. So you have the option to paste as mention, paste as preview, and paste as link. So I'm gonna do paste as preview to see what's up there. And if I connect to my OneDrive and I go through the process of verifying it, as you'll see, this OneDrive file now is actually connected here to the actual account itself. So if I press update, I would be able to see the preview. Now, I'm not really sure why it's bugging out. Let me find another example photo from my OneDrive, paste this in here, paste as preview. I keep trying to do different JPEGs, PNGs. It seems that this just won't load for us, which is unfortunate, but I guess you do have the option to try to reload it, see if that works. Turn into mention. So now if I click on this, it'll actually just open up my OneDrive and I'll be able to see this cute image of a pupper. And then you do have the option to just paste it as a link itself. But this level of integration is something that will obviously be improved, and the preview of images will be tweaked. Notion's also made some great updates on the side of speeding up the databases. They claim that large databases will load 2.5 times faster, which for me, hey, that's, I only use this app, so we know I have big databases. And you also are able to export filtered database views into Markdown and CSV. All these great Notion updates are something that I wanted to bring to you guys as they were smaller, and it seemed like nobody was mentioning them, but they are pretty useful. What else would be pretty useful would be if you were to click this video right here to see how you can improve your Notion even more.